Good evening, everyone. I am Jeanette Tracy. How are you? Chocoholics dream come true tonight. I'm going down to 2. Anyway, so yeah. Hi, Tommy. How are you? Well, I'm like this. I don't know whether, it went up, flat down, you know what I mean? So, yeah. What am I going to say? Yeah, it's sort of a cookie, but it's a pie. So, yeah, it's... it's... yeah, a cross between a cookie and a pie. So, yeah, first things first. But, yeah, it's a cookie, but it's a pie that you've got chocolate spread in the middle. So, yeah, but it can be served either 2 ways. It can be served with straight away. So you like your chocolate spread in the middle is all ooey gooey and we have, ice cream, or you put it in the fridge and let it set. So I'm just going to put the link in for Tracy. And yeah, as I always say, that is for Tracy's benefit only. Nobody else will be allowed to come on the panel unless you're baking. So, hi Johnny, hi Joel, hi partners. They're coming in left, right and centre now. So, let me just... do a few moderations. So yeah, the only thing I can say is I've made a couple of more moderators. So yeah. I'm just waiting for Tracy. So yeah, I've made Tommy a moderator and I've made Joel a moderator. If you're wondering, Joel, the job of the moderator is to, keep eyes and ears, on the ball, let's just say. So yeah, I do choose my moderators wisely. So if I've chose you, yeah, you're honoured. Well, not honoured, but yeah. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, love. Hello, Tracy.
Hiya.
Did your Kath, is she watching?
She will be, so she might be there now, but she was just earlier on I'd say about 20 minutes ago, she was just washing her hair.
Oh.
I sent her a text to say, are you coming in to watch us? So she said, I'll be there.
But, well, the thing is, Tommy, this into cake, it's more like a cookie in a pie. I've got me, that is a proper pie dish. So, yeah, so I'll be...
Cars and trucks just come in. Oh.
I think she's there now, Jeanette.
Hey?
I think she's on now. She's watching you.
Oh. Hiya, James. I'm just going to mute a minute, Tracy. So, yeah, so veritable feast for us tonight, James. We're making a Nutella KitKat cookie pie. Hi, Terry. How are you?
Hi, Terry.
So yeah, it's basically a chocolate lover's dream come true. I can.
Hi, Kat.
It's all right. I'm just looking. Oh, it's train clock. Oh yeah, I forgot. So before further ado, it's Kat's birthday today. So what we're gonna do, Tracy? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kat. Happy birthday to you. There you go. So, yeah, I just wanted to sing happy birthday before we started. My oven's already on. It's 180 degrees centigrade, 350 degrees centigrade. Well, I don't know. Anyway, it's gas mark 4. So, oh, you did a live, did you, James? So, yeah, it does say with the butter, it says partially melted. So, yeah, I says to Chris, he says, well, what's that? It's neither here nor there. It's not melted, but it's, yeah. I says, well, just put it on, quick burst, and, yeah, that's partially melted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dry it on it.
So how long do we have to put it in microwave for then? About 10 seconds?
I'd put it on about 30 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. Yeah. I think it's basically just to soften the butter up.
Well, my butter's been out a long time, but I've been in microwave. Shall I put it in microwave for a minute?
I mean, because it does say partially melted. So, yeah. I mean, same as Chris says, it's neither here nor there. Partially melted. It's not melted. But, yeah, anyway. So, I says to him, you know, about 20 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put mine in.
So, yeah, so, oh, she says she's coming to Leeds for a weekend, going out on the piss.
Yeah, we've got an endo.
Oh. No, Kath. Oh, dear.
Yeah, half melted, half not.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, another one.
Well, it says, yeah. Oh, look, it says trains and trucks. And it's called Let's Cook. So it's been retracted.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, Tommy, if it looks like a troll and it sounds like a troll, then it more than likely is a troll. I mean, the person that's retracted the message, I've just looked at the channel, and lo and behold, it says trains and trucks.
What, the thing?
They've retracted the message. But yeah, it's basically, because me and Tracy are baking, we you know, we're busy. And you know, I can't always keep an eye on the on the chat. So, you know, that's basically, you're doing a job for me. So Chris is partially melted. I don't know whether you can see it or not. It's sort of melted, but not. It is Kathleen's birthday today, James.
It's 21.
So we're going to add this to the bowl, and this is 1 cup or 220 grams of partially melted butter. It's you know, just you know, it's one of these things, Tommy, where you know, you just use your, you know, yeah, just, you know. But it's basically my protection, you know what I mean? And to this, you want 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, or 140 grams of brown sugar. That's that. And also to this, you want 1/2 cup of, like, either caster sugar, plain sugar, and that is 100 grams, and that is white sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to beat that first. You see, with having a blue wrench, Tommy, it allows you to click on the 3 dots at the side of that person's name, go to the channel, investigate. If they ain't got no content, no nothing, no subscribers, get rid. I mean, because what you do is, once you've checked that channel out, if it ain't got any content or any subscribers, you click back on that person's name on the 3 dots, and it says hide user. So anyway, we're just gonna mix this together. But you know, what it is, Tommy, you learn as you go along, if you know what I mean. But I thought I'd get some more extra blue wrenches in just in case. So into this mixture, 2 large eggs. It does say one at a time, but I never do them singularly. I just chuck them in.
Smash them in.
Pixies has the big hammer. Hi, Gordo. How are you?
Hello, Gordo.
So now into this, you want 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Oh, that paste. Oh.
And also you need, what are you laughing at?
What's this for?
If smoke starts coming out of people's... Don't worry, Tommy. Don't worry. The worst thing you can do is panic. Yeah, exactly what partner said there, Tommy. So this is a tablespoon of golden syrup. It does say in the notes that if you haven't got golden syrup or corn syrup, as you call it, yeah, partner's not steer you far wrong, Tommy.
Oh,
What you doing at?
there you go.
What were you going to say, Jeanette? If you haven't got golden syrup, you can use something
It
else.
says, yeah, if you haven't got golden syrup, if you can't get golden syrup, you can replace it with maple syrup or omit it completely.
Mm.
So if you ain't got any golden syrup, you know, it's not going to harm the... So, yeah, we're going to mix this again. Hi, Tim. How are you? So, well, it's been an ages. Gordo is the resident expert on blue wrenches because he can spot a troll a mile off. Let's just say. So, right, I'll just move that to one side because I just want to show you. Yeah, so this is 2 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour, which is 285 grams. And to this, you need to put a teaspoon of baking powder. I always sort of like to...
I've mixed mine up already.
Yeah, I always like to give it a quick mix together so it's... make sure it's distributed well. But it does say salt, but we don't use salt, so I never use salt. So now this is going to go into the mixture. So that is your flour and baking powder. I'm going to give it another mix. Oh, it's Tony. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hey, Richard.
Oh, shit.
What you doing? Again?
I've ejected it and it's all fell all down me. Sorry about that.
Swear it up, baking channel.
Ah, that's a shit. I've got like cookie dough all down me. I ejected my
I think
beef.
that's why I've just stirring mine in because I didn't want flour to go everywhere.
Well, the thing is, I ejected my beaters and they just like, you know, launched into outer space all down my leg and everywhere. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, Johnny, the old retro father. I mean, sort of the clues in the name, if you know what I mean. And Tony always tells us when he's changed his name. You know, that's one thing I'll say for Tony. So, yeah, I'm just going to give this a, because I do have some remnants on side it. Oh, you finally set it up then, Tony.
Fingers on clicker.
Fingers on clicker.
Oh.
That one doesn't exist as a YouTube channel. Oh dear. Ah. But you see, the thing is, when it comes up on StreamYard, it's got the YouTube logo on the name, and that is only when it's verified by YouTube. I don't know. I mean,
So sorry, I was supposed to be joke, missed out the lol.
well, Gordo, it's on a need to know basis. Let's just say
564 that we know of.
Oh, yeah, it took me all day. So into this, you need 1 cup of chocolate chips, 180 grams. But I'll let you in on a secret. There's 200 grams there because they come in 100 gram bags. So I just thought, yeah. I'll put a few extra in.
And mine's chocolate pieces, like I told you, Jeanette. Because
Yeah, well, I mean, it don't make no difference.
180 grams.
It don't make no difference, Tracy. Chocolate chunks, chocolate, you know, chips. So yeah, we're just gonna. I'm gonna mix these in first, and then we're going to put the KitKats in. Crypto's missing out. You know, it's Crypto's dream come true. You know, Chocoholic's dream come true. And she's not here.
She'll have to watch it back.
Yeah.
She might come in soon.
So yeah, also into this. This is 180 grams of KitKats broken up. So yeah, I haven't done them too small, but I've not left them too large.
No.
If that makes any sense. I mean, I'll show you. They're not minute bits. Oh, I've cut mine up smaller than that, Tracy.
Oh. That's it.
Who?
Tim. Burping.
I know Tim's in. I said
No,
hello.
I says that was Tim burping.
Oh!
There, come on.
Hey up, it's burping, Tim, and blaming you. So yeah, so now we're gonna fold that into the cookie dough.
I only cut them 4 times, you know, 1 finger.
Yeah, well, I didn't. What I did, how I did it, Tracy. I broke 2 fingers, not quite literally.
What GoFundMe page?
What we on about, Gordo?
No idea.
Anyway, I broke a 4-finger KitKat in 2, and then I chop them with knife.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. I chopped them with knife, yeah. But I did it 4 times on 1 finger. I didn't know how big to do it, but never mind.
But yeah. I mean, the thing is, Tracy, being a cookie dough, you don't want them too big.
It is who we thought it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd got an inkling of it there. Darkness.
So we'll be an element.
Definitely. No, we didn't. He hasn't been out today, Tim, because I told him that I didn't want. No, I mean, you said it yourself. You didn't want to do too much.
No.
Oh, the link posted into group. But yeah, I mean, when I'm making the chocolate, when I'm making the chocolate chip cookies, the dough is sort of similar to this, and they come out perfect. I think I can remember you posting it, Gordo, but I've been to bed since then. Oh yeah, that was thing. Oh, crypto. We were just saying you're missing out. Fun, crypto. That's got the chocolate chips in and the KitKat. Ooh. Nearly flicked it. I'm having a flicking evening tonight, aren't I? I say. I says, oh, I nearly flicked some out. I says, oh, I'm having a right good flicking evening, aren't I? I ejected my beaters and they just shot out like an Exocet missile. So yeah, I think that sort of mixed us. Yeah, Gordo's put crypto can smell chocolate at 50 paces. So I'm just putting my mixer down here so it's out of the way. So yeah, this is actually a proper pie dish. Now it does say 9-inch or 27 centimetre round pie dish. So I mean, I ain't got tape measure out and measured that, but I do know that for this bit I'm going to put my gloves on. Crypto's like a bloodhound, but it's, you know, detecting chocolate instead of, you know. Oh dear. We don't need a sniffer dog to smell our chocolate. We've got Crypto. I'm wondering. Because it's made quite a bit of dough.
And that's why I've got a bigger round tin.
Because can you remember when I used this last time? It were a bit too small. Nah, there's a lot of dough in there. Baby, will you get me another pan, please? And that spray. It's got to be bigger than that. I just don't want to put it in that, and then it sort of, you know, too small.
That's what I've thought about my round one I've got.
So yeah, you know, I mean, I think that honestly, but I used it because it's a proper pie dish and it says a pie dish. But I think myself, it's a bit on the small side. What does anybody else think? Because that's...
You've got to put half in first, haven't you?
There is quite a lot of dough. And basically, put half of the dough in first, put your Nutella in it, and then put like a top on it. And I think that's going to be too small. Can you remember when I made that?
I do, yeah.
And I ended up making that 2, and I'd still got some left over. It don't matter if it's. It don't matter if it's a.
I'm just making a square one, Jeanette.
Yeah, cause that's what Chris has got. But I'm wondering if
deep. So
mine's pretty deep and all.
Do you think that one? Think that it is significantly bigger.
Yeah, I reckon so.
You'll be able to pick 2 layers on, won't you?
But yeah, I mean, we'll have a. I need.
I'm just putting a little bit of paper in mine, so then I can pull it out if I have to.
Well, I've got this, Santa.
Yeah, you've got that. Yeah, you should be all right with that.
I just need a.
I just did mine with a bit of butter and put some paper.
I was going to say, it don't matter. I was going to say, I usually use a. We'll carry on with this anyway.
You're going to put half in then.
Ooh, I'm still doing it, flicking bits out.
You don't want it.
So yeah, basically, what it says is to put half of it in the pan. Oh dear me, Tommy. I mean, as daft as it seems, Tommy, just go on YouTube and you just type in, you know, the the job of a moderator or something to that effect, and it should explain it all to you. Chris is not all that keen on it, Tony. He says I'm the only one that dislikes Nutella. Yeah, Chris is not overly keen on it.
Mine's not Nutella. Mine's just chocolate, plain milk chocolate spread. Cadbury's.
We see I buy as does.
It's not really like nuts. Well, I do, but Johnny's not a big lover of nuts, and neither is Ina, I don't think. So it won't get eaten.
I mean, I don't know about you, Tracy, but it is quite a sticky mixture.
Yeah.
But when I make the chocolate chip cookies, that is the same. Yeah, it's all dependent on them 3 dots, Tommy. You can do all sorts, but you've got to have a wrench to be able to go to that channel in first place. But being a moderator enables you to click on them 3 dots, go to the channel, time them out, item, etc., etc. But the thing is, Tommy, just to, you know, he'd a bit of advice. You can't time anybody else out or ban them when they've got a blue wrench. So yeah, so that that's sort of that idea out at window, Tommy. You can only hide somebody or time somebody out that hasn't got a wrench. If you know, I can time anybody out that's got a blue wrench, just so you know. So, you know, there's only me who's got the authority to time somebody out that's got a blue wrench, or ban them for that matter.
Well,
It's all right, I'm trying to get it so I've not got a thick layer on the bottom. I'm trying to get it up to go up sides a bit. Yeah, you've got it there, James.
no spike banning is allowed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So only thing I'll say is I've got the power to take that wrench away from you as well, and I have done over the past few weeks. But it's a case of if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Innit, baby? I'll just spray paint one of my own spanners. Oh, dear me. But it just says an even layer as the base on a prepared dish. So, you know, do you just do it flat and then put your Nutella on top? Or do you, you know...
That's mine.
Do you make it go upside so it's sort of like a... I don't know. We'll just go with the flow, Tracy.
Are you melting this chocolate spread at all, or are we just going to pour it
No,
on?
I'm just going to put it on as it is.
Are you going to knife it on?
Well, either that or we.
Well, I've got a spatula anyway.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
But yeah, we saying use half of it. I didn't want a great big thick pie base, if you know what I mean.
I've still got half that left.
Give me some KitKat pie.
That's at the top.
So yeah, I mean, I do have it says this is half a cup to a cup of Nutella, which is 150 grams or 296. Now, I went for the upper amount, but you don't have to use it all. It's like using your discretion. Just put as you know, you think fit, sort of thing. I know what I'm going to do before I do this. Just gonna. So I've got a spoon here, and I thought, well, I'll just get one last spread out with spoon. So yeah. Hi Tracy, I'm not going to say what that chocolate spread looks like. Shit. A turd in a bowl.
Yes, it's chocolate spread. You can have it on your toast.
Oh, it's you can have it, you know. I have it on pancakes.
Yeah.
I have it on all sorts, me. Now you see, Chris
French
is the only one that isn't a fan, I must say. Chris is, you know. Joel's eating KitKat again.
Hey, Joel. Lovely.
I don't like chocolate. And I mean, it's down to each individual taste. I mean, Johnny, the same as Tracy says, Johnny's not overly fond of it. You know what I mean? And Chris ain't a fan of it either.
I wouldn't be able to eat all this to myself. I'm not. I don't know if it'll last. So that's why I went with just the Cadbury's milk chocolate spread.
But you know, it's like everything else. A lot. I mean, you know, some people. Gordo says, "Is it squirrel shit? Does it have a nut in every bite?"
Not in mine, it don't.
No. But yeah, you know what I mean. You see, I'm not a fan of peanut butter, and neither is Chris.
Can't stand it.
You know, Chris absolutely detests it. You know, at a push, I could probably eat something that's got it in the mixture.
See James.
See you later, James.
See you, James.
But no, I must admit, Joel, I'm not a fan of peanut butter. I'm doing very well tonight. I use the bigger amount, which is 296 grams, and yeah, I think I used it all. But yeah, you know, it's same. You know, it wouldn't do for us all to be same and like all same things. You know what I mean? And you know, but this is the thing. I like peanuts, but I'm not keen on peanut butter. Well, I put the gloves on, partners, because my aim was to do the bottom layer so it went up the sides, but find it a lot easier. But you see, can you remember when we made the Biscoff flapjacks last week?
Oh, yeah.
Tracy had the smooth Biscoff spread, and from our Asda, you can only get the crunchy one. But I don't think it made a difference really, whether it was crunchy or whether it was smooth. You know what I mean? Well, you see, I'm not going right to edges with this because you've got to put the rest of the dough on top. Hi, John Lad.
Hello, John Lad.
Yeah, you've got to put the rest of the dough on top so it forms like a pie, essentially. So
always going to pick Mrs. Jill.
Oh.
Says the crafty says they've just realised the time.
I'll see you later, Gordo.
Bye, Gordo.
Yeah, he's got to pick Mrs. J up from work. So yeah, I don't think that needs any more, do you?
I'm not putting any more on mine anyway. I've got enough.
But more than your life's worth, Amjad. Oh, it's crypto. I'm emptying in Rand's drawer. Uh-oh.
I was telling him, Brad. I've got him, Brad's number.
Now, in the video, she just gets blobs of it, and then somehow... Did you watch it, Tracy?
I did, yeah. She gets blobs, doesn't she? She just pats it down.
Yeah, and then sort of puts blobs on it and then just pats it out. So...
I'll just put my blobs on.
So if you're wondering why we're just putting it, you know, here, there and everywhere. Tommy says, looks nice. We haven't even baked it yet, Tommy. Gordo and he's gone. So, yeah. Can you see why it's called a cookie pie now? Because it's basically, this is a cookie dough. And you encase the Nutella. Now, I've got to... so I've kept my gloves on just in case I might need them. So I don't want to take them off and then struggle to get them back on. So the thing is, whilst it's cooking, this will form like it encases the Nutella whilst baking as like a so that's the plan. It should encase the Nutella, and that's why it's, you know, this is like cookie dough, and that's why it's called a cookie pie, because it's a cross between a pie and a cookie. I think that pie dish would have been way too small, Tracy.
Yeah, it might have been because I've just got it all into this pan. This square pan. I've covered all chocolate.
Yeah, I've only just got mine into it. It's going to be a very deep one.
Yeah, mine's a deep one as well.
But the good thing about it is, though, you can have a slice on its own. You can have it as a dessert, and you know, wake up coffee, you name it. You know, it's sort of one of them things, you know, you can have. As the saying goes, anytime, anywhere. Richard says this is going to be yummy.
I'll let you know, Rich.
There's no like rubbing it in, is there, Tracy?
What?
Richard says this is going to be yummy, and Chris says, I'll let you know, Richard. I says there's no like rubbing it in, is there?
No. I don't know.
He's cruel, isn't he? You know, next time, they do, Johnny, it is ever so heavy. But I'd have thought about it. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Peter.
I'd have thought about it. I have got a round glass, like a flan dish. I could have used that if I'd have thought about it, couldn't I?
Oh, yeah.
But we just saying a pie dish, a pie pan. I thought, well, that's. I'll use that because it is a proper pie tin. But hey ho, not to worry. It looks a bit like I've got more one side than I have other. I'm just laughing at what Richard's put. Self-addressed Tupperware is en route. Oh dear.
Oh,
You'll get to taste some I've baked. When weather gets a bit better, Richard, and Hopalong's better.
And then you can visit.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think to that then, Jeanette? I think it's all right.
Yeah, it looks all right, Tracy. It's going to be one.
KitKats are a bit big, like, but
yeah.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. I'm sure they'll get in.
Yeah, it makes no odds, Tracy.
Oh.
I think that's about it. I'm trying to do it so it comes or it bakes in an even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but
Not even layer. Right, dear. So yeah, so that's I've set my timer because it says 20 to 25 minutes. So I mean, I don't know what you think, Tracy. It's probably going to need the 25, if not more.
Well, yeah.
I reckon so. Oh, pardon me.
Do you want to put it in for 21st then? Or are you going to put it
No, I've set my timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, yeah.
What I'm saying is it's a low heat. It's only gas mark 4.
Uh-huh.
So it might want longer than the 25 minutes.
Right.
Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll get Alexa to do it.
So if we do the 25 minutes, and because it does say place in the oven to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. The middle will still wobble, but the outside will be starting to turn golden.
Mm-hmm.
And it says serve warm for an oozing Nutella centre or allow to cool completely for cleaner and neater slices. So yeah, it does say it might wobble a bit in middle. Richard says it's been snowing like hell for the last 2 hours over there.
Oh, send it over here, Rich.
We haven't had nothing today.
No.
Clear blue skies, and I stayed in.
Yeah, but you didn't want to exert yourself, though, did you?
I did. I did.
That's it. Yeah, there's that. But yeah. You know, I mean, I always say it's better to it be sort of like undercooked than like burnt, if you know what I mean. So we'll have to see what's what when it's been in. But it is a low heat setting. So yeah, we'll just play it by ear if we don't think it's. Last night, Richard, it were -1, I think, here.
Oh, it was really cold last night.
It were cold.
It was this morning as well, first thing.
So, you know, it's sort of been a bit of a mixed bag. It's been freezing, but we haven't had any snow. Sun's been out, but it's been really cold.
It's that sun, but you think, oh, it's warm when you get outside.
Yeah,
I've got a jumper on now.
You know, it's like
just a bright day.
What is it? An easterly wind blowing through you. You know what I mean? It's sort of that. Yeah, it was -4. Amjad says this morning. -6. Oh my giddy eye. See, I don't know it. I mean, I know sort of Scotland and that have had a lot of snow.
We didn't have much snow, Jeanette, but you know, Johnny's car windscreen.
Yeah, it was over.
In the morning, doesn't he? Sets off about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, Chris's car, his windscreen were white over.
Yeah, Johnny's were iced over. Yeah, put his thing on for a bit for it to engine for it to melt.
But you know what I mean? It's well, they did forecast the snow today, but I think what we had yesterday were it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, we did have some snow yesterday, John lad, but it were like light flakes. The ground were wet, so it didn't settle at all. But we did have some snow. But yeah, you know what I mean. Nothing to write home about.
Oh.
I mean, while I you know, I like the scenery and everything of Scotland, I don't want to live there because when they, you know, the first port of call when we get any snow, it's Scotland, and they get it really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I went to Scotland last year, me and Johnny, we quite enjoyed it. It was a warm time, it wasn't cold or winter.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's sort of got its upsides, it's beautiful scenery, you know,
yeah,
wherever you look. But the only downside of it is when snow, the first to get it, you know what I mean? Couldn't get papers today, they couldn't get through. But this is it. You know what I mean? It's but having said that, John lad, Johnny and Tracy are only like 37 miles down road from us. And when we had that really bad snow and ice and everything, Johnny and Tracy didn't get nothing.
Not a thing.
37 miles away. That's it.
I missed it yesterday. There were a few flakes, but I was obviously in bed because I didn't have much sleep night before. And Keena were in playground, and she said there was some snow, but they could, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't set because it rained.
Yeah. Because you see, we had quite a bit of a flurry, but because ground were wet, it didn't settle. He says it's cold there in winter.
Where Scotland? I bet it is. We were at Glasgow. part.
But yeah.
And what I seen in Glasgow, it was quite all right actually. So I might go to the other one next time. Or is it Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's a standing scenery, you know what I mean? With many locks and mountains and what, you know, whatever. But only downside is it's, yeah, they get it first.
Keep warm, Tim.
Crypto says it's 0 degrees here. Who wants a crypto ice pop? Hey, up, funnily enough, I'm sweating.
It's not here now, but as I look on my Alexa, 1 minute past 10, 0.
Yeah, it's warm work baking. You know what I mean? I'm sweating.
Yeah, Johnny keeps on saying, "Could we have eating?"
And I've,
get it on, love. But when
Chris has been saying he's had a jumper on and saying it blooming cold. He says, "I says I'm sweating."
You know what I mean? I've got to take it off and put a t-shirt on.
Yeah, well, I've put my t-shirt on, and same as I say, Chris has been sat there with a t-shirt and a jumper on top and wanted eating on because it's cold. So,
well, they're upstairs. Keena's under the quilt. I think he'll be watching. He said, "Can we have eat before we started at 9 o'clock?" It's only just gone off now at 10 o'clock, and I've got a cooker on as well.
Well, that's it. I mean, it does get warm in your kitchen, and with cooker being on as well, that sort of elevates it.
Radiators here near your door. What a funny place to put a radiator near your door. I don't know.
But yeah, it's you know, he's been cold and I've been sweating. So,
well, I've dressed up for cold weather outside when I had to go out early for KitKats, and I wondered why I was so warm when I came in because I had my leggings on, a pair of jeans, this hoodie, then a coat, and then a hat, a cap.
Chris managed to have a shower this morning, first time since he got injured.
Oh.
So.
How is he? Are you all right?
Yeah.
No allergic reactions.
No. He's carry on with antibiotics.
Did he have a tetanus or not then, Jeanette? A tetanus jab?
He rung up, he sent her a picture. You know that picture I showed yesterday?
Yeah, because it is a big goal, isn't it?
Yeah, and he sent her that picture and he says, the only thing I'm worried about is, one, I'm on blood thinners, and two, do I need a tetanus?
Yeah, because you're supposed to get them every 10 years, aren't you?
Yeah, so anyway, she must have looked back in his records and she says, in a person's lifetime, you can only have 5 tetanus jabs. And you've had all your 5, so you should be covered.
All right.
So that was sort of one thing. So she just says, keep an eye on it. You know, change your dressing often, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, if there's any change, just give us a ring.
But 3 as a child, and then a booster.
Yeah.
And then another one after that, if you've been bit. And I've had another one after that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He says you have a tetanus jab, 2 tetanus jabs as a child.
3.
And then you have a booster. 2
tetanus jabs as a child and then a booster. You know, I just washed all those.
Well, that's the pie dish I was going to use. So anyway, from like Saturday to yesterday, I'd been binding it up with a bandage so we didn't catch it or anything. So yesterday, I just put a gauze thing on it. Oh, the Steri-strips, a piece of gauze, and then covered it with 2 of them jumbo plasters.
Yeah.
Because he said to me, he says, you know, he hates not being able to go eat shower.
Mm-hmm.
And so he says, well, he says, just put 2 of these plasters on side by side. It'll cover a whole thing. He says, and in the morning I'll go eat shower, which he has done. So,
Right, I'll just leave you for a minute, Jeanette, and I'll have to go take this jumper off.
yeah, okie dokie then, Tracy.
All right, a minute.
Okie dokie.
Say? Fish cake. Got a coffee. I've
still got that one. So yeah, hopefully it's, you know, I'm not going to disturb the Stera strips. I'm going to leave them on now. Hopefully, you know, bring the wound together and just keep changing, you know, the gauze pad and whatever, and just keep an eye on it. But it did really, I don't know whether it's because with these blood thinners that he's on, but it bruised it really, really bad. So if you didn't know, John lad, Chris were down at hospital last Monday because he found a lump had come up on his leg. Told him it were an external blood clot. What do they call them? Superficial. Oh, I forgot now. Superficial thrombolytis, that were it. Which means it's an external blood clot, not an internal one. So they put him on blood thinners, then they put him on antibiotics. Goes taking Biscuit for a walk on Saturday, and a bloody dog bit him on the same leg. So, yeah. You know, I says, well, it never rains, it pours. So that's why I've been calling him up. If you were wondering why I called him up along that reason. So, but then woman had cheat to accuse our dog of biting Chris, but he'd pulled him to the side and pulled him round him. And Chris says, well, if it were my dog that had bit me, it'd have bit me on back. Like, hi, Brissy, how are you? All you can do, John, is be there for him, be a support network, etc. You know, I'm going to buy myself a nurse's outfit because I've been doing my Nurse Gladys impression. I've been the one changing it. We see when it initially happened, I got some like what they call sterile water. So, you know, I irrigated it with this sterile water, which is the right thing to do because it was a dog bite. So, but yeah, I've done everything by book, and well, that's all you can do, John lad. You know what I mean? It's be there for him, you know, visit him every day, and that's what you do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hope he gets better soon, John lad. You know what I mean? And you know, he's back home and getting back to his self a little bit. But you see, woman next door to us, I think it was about a week or so before Christmas, she fell in a bathroom, upstairs bathroom, right? And on that particular day, girl that lives other side here were having a boiler fitted. And there were a lot of drilling and banging and whatever. And she were on floor from 10 o'clock in the morning, and her grandson didn't find her till 5 o'clock at tea time. And none of us heard her, you know, shouting for help because there were all this drilling and banging and everything. Anyway, she'd broke a leg. So they took her into hospital. She had an operation, had a plate put in. And her daughter come round the other day, and she said, Chris says, how's your mum? Hi, Steve, how are you?
You coming?
Yeah, whilst you're in there, she caught COVID. Just getting over COVID, and now she's got a chest infection. So, you know, it's one of them things where it's true when it comes in threes. So yeah, you know what I mean. She's broke a leg. She's had COVID, and now she's got a chest infection. But she did say that obviously the treatment, steroids, you know, antibiotics and everything, that they're going to give her 10 days and make a decision. After that 10 days, she might be able to come home. So keeping his fingers crossed. Bless her. So, you know what I mean? It's how can I put it? I mean, we sort of, you know, Chris is on blood thinners and he's got this external blood clot, but there's always somebody worse off than yourself. You know what I mean? I look at it that there's always somebody worse off than yourself. So, oh, you're welcome, Steve. But yeah, you know what I mean? He'll get there. He'll get there. It might take some time, but he will get there.
I'll be right saying yeah.
So,
we're having the biscuits having a bromance.
But I mean, it was like last night. I mean, let's address the situation, and I keep making mods. Is I was talking about CPAP and sleep apnea. Now, I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about sleep apnea and CPAP machines and everything. And there was somebody come in and were trying to goad me. You know, no. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, they went bye-byes. You know, it's you know, it's like this, and it's a saying. You're trying to teach my mother how to suck eggs. You know what I mean? I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't know what I were on about. It's still in oven, Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Steve's place, John lad.
But yeah, but that's the main thing, John lad. Is, you know, if he's still got his humour about him, then you know it's a step in right direction.
You get your water.
The thing is with Stroworks, it does take a lot away from you, but you know you keep at it, and yeah, you know. So as I say, the only thing you can do, John lad, is be there for him and be a support network and encourage him. You know what I mean? But I mean, I have his daughter from next door. She says after the fall and having the pin put in her leg and everything, she was just getting back on her feet and like moving about a bit. You know, getting her mobility back, and yeah, she got COVID. So that was sort of all that hard work, you know, gone down Swanee. He says this. He said, I smell shit. I said, it's not me, it's oh dear. But this is the thing, you know, whilst a stroke can take a lot away from you, in a way, it can give a lot back to you because it brings your family closer, and you know you've got to be there for that person to get stronger and to get better. Exactly, Tommy, and that's exactly my attitude. You know what I mean? There's only you can do it. You know, but you've got to have that positive mental attitude. You know, it's all right, sort of, oh, you know, feeling sorry for yourself and sitting in the corner and saying, well, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. You've got to have that positive mental attitude and say, right, I'm going to take bull by horns and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to kill it, so to speak. Yeah. Oh, we've only got 4 minutes left. Tracy's taking a long time to say she's only went to change the top. But yeah, patience and understanding. They're the two main things. Patience and understanding. Is he eating his biscuits now? Making light work of them. If you hear that crunching noise, it's Biscuit down here eating his biscuits. God, but a noisy eater. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, you look at, you know, people that have been in accidents, etc. And they tell you, oh, you're never going to walk again. And how many people have proved them wrong that they can and they will. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what they are, Joel. These are some, look. And they're like
marrow biscuits.
Yeah. It says crunchy biscuits full of succulent flavour. Pedigree markers are wonderfully crunchy on the outside and delicious tasty on the inside.
How do they know?
They've been tested.
Yeah. Omega-3 to help keep them fit for life. Vitamin E to help support natural defences. Minerals including calcium to help keep bones strong. No artificial flavours. There you go.
I've got them before for my dog, and then soft, chewy sticks.
Yeah, he has all sorts. He has like what they call succulent sausages. And Chris says to Biscuit, "Do you want some walls?" I says, "Does he know what you know?"
Yeah, because that advert, it says, doesn't it, to dog, do you want some sausages? And he goes, walls.
Yeah, it's best, yeah.
Best dog you ever going that
Well, no, she says Biscuit is the happiest dog in Sheffield. Jerry, he don't go short or anything, Joel.
When we first joined us, we were right skinny little runt. Now we're right fat.
Get spoiled rotten.
Wait, you dinky.
Bet everybody heard that. Oh dear.
Wait.
You're only jealous because you can't lick yours.
Oh, I'm telling him off.
Oh dear, we do get talking about, you know.
Oh well, never mind.
Oh dear. But yeah, we've got 52 seconds. Some as I say, we've been quite a deep pie. I've got a feeling that it might need going in for a bit longer. I don't know why, I've just got a feeling.
Oh, but I got a grill.
No.
The score.
Biscuit. Look at this paw knife. Can't lick me dinky. I'll lick me paw instead. Oh dear. You've got to think that's how a dog and a cat cleans itself and keeps itself hygienic and clean.
Yeah, but when it puts a lick you, whenever it will lick you, don't want cheese on and then it be.
That's one thing that Biscuit never does.
No, it don't, does it?
No, never.
It's only dog that I know that don't lick your face or like that.
Never ever licked. You know, I don't know whether his face donor sort of you know, wouldn't allow him. I got the good one. How are you?
I got the good one.
Time no see. Are you diddling? God.
Oh, we're very good.
But you know, when all said and done, that's the dog and cat's way of cleaning themselves. I mean, that's why cats sort of lick the paw and then, you know, they're having a wash. You know, they can't sort of stand at sink and, you know, wash the hands under tap. So, yeah, God, the good one has been round. a long, long time. I haven't seen much of him, you know, recently. I know he's had a few health problems, but it's different case in this household, God the good one. Talk about having a week from hell. Chris had a lump come on his leg. So he goes to the doctors, sends him straight to hospital. It's an external blood clot. Now, you know, there's two kinds. There's an internal. Anyway, so we got it sorted down at hospital, scans, blood tests, you name it. They put him on blood thinners and they put him on antibiotics. Right. So, doing all right. Just move that back.
Yeah. Yours is.
It basically taking dog out for a walk on Saturday morning and frigging dog bit him.
Not my dog. No.
Yeah, not our dog, somebody else's dog. So now, and what we're worrying is more than anything is the fact that he were on blood thinners and it bruised straight away.
Probably needs going in again.
Do you reckon so? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does say.
I think mine needs to go in just for a little bit more.
It's brown here, look. Can you see?
Is it jiggly in middle yours?
It does, yeah. The middle will still wobble, but the outside will be starting to turn golden, and mine is golden. I'll just show you.
Oh, so I'll set it off then.
Hang on a minute.
Go on, chop, chop. Chop on a smack.
Hey, look, there's no wrong with Cobb. Can you see?
Yeah.
But hang on a minute, I've got it out somewhere. You see, still jiggling in middle.
Yeah, mine does that.
But it does say there, the middle will still wobble, but the outside will be starting to turn golden. I think that's done myself.
Well, shall I turn
Do you know, can I just say something, Jeanette?
Yeah.
Do you know, with it being a deeper pan, do you think it'll have gone not cooked all the way through?
No, I reckon it all are cooked. The reason for the jiggle is the chocolate spread in middle of it.
Oh, I get chocolate spread in it.
Yeah.
Where's the bloody can?
But if you look round your edges, Tracy, the same as mine, they've got it does say when it's golden brown round edges, it's still going to wobble in middle. Now, in all fairness, I mean, I don't know what your guys'
mine's not as wobbly, Jeanette. Really. It's not as wobbly, mine.
Yeah, mine's a lot wobblier than what it says. Place in the oven to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. The middle will still wobble, but the outside will be starting to turn golden. Well, as you can see, mine's golden round edges, and it's wobbly in middle. So, you know, to be honest with you, I think that's cooked. But you've got to bear in mind that you're going to leave it in pan, and when you do that, it carries on cooking once you've got it out of the oven, because obviously the heat's rose up underneath your pan. It's warmed your pan up in order to cook the pie. And, you know, the chocolate spread, obviously it's melted it a little bit, and that's the reason for the wobble. But I think that's done. You know, in my opinion, I think it's done.
Yeah, I do as well.
Oh, bloody thing. I thought we'd won $1 million then. TZFS, which we've got, then it's 39029, and then this is 89417. Oh, we're having kittens. Oh.
So.
I'm about to say sub thinners, blood thinners, and whatnot. John Smith's are coming out.
So yeah, as you can see, I mean, I've just demonstrated partners. It does say it might have a slight wobble. it has got a slight wobble, but that's probably the chocolate spread sort of, you know, it's heated up and it's gone, yeah. So yeah, I think myself, Tracy, I think that's done. The thing is, if you put it in any longer, it's going to burn it.
Yeah.
I think so. You know, that's just my opinion, but I think any longer and it's going to burn it.
Especially when it's supposed to be just golden round edges. We don't want it black.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it says on the recipe. It says the middle will still wobble, but the outside will be starting to turn golden. And that's exactly what it's done. So I will I'll just put the link in again. If anybody wants to come on panel for half an hour. That were quite simple and easy to do, don't you reckon, Tracy?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I did consider. Can I have that for tea tomorrow? The thing is, the thing is, it's classed as a cookie pie, so it's sort of a cross between a cookie and a pie. So it's sort of one of these. You can have a slice with your cup of coffee. You can have it as a dessert.
Breakfast.
Yeah, and in Chris or Callum's case, breakfast, dinner, and tea.
I bet it'd be nice with some ice cream up top, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it does say, sort of, if you want it with ice cream and you like a gooey middle, you know, to have it warm. But I think I'd much prefer to have it a bit
colder.
Yeah, and solid.
Yeah, me too, I think.
So yeah, this is just for the good one's benefit. I'll just show you Chris's leg when that dog bit him on Saturday. You see his leg bruising already.
Mm-hmm.
But
is it looking a lot better then from Saturday, Jeanette?
Eh?
Is it looking a lot better, his leg from Saturday?
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner. It's bruised quite badly. Uh-huh. But yeah, you know, I think we're using them Stera strips. I think that's done it. It'll cut scarring down. Yeah, he'll have a scar, but it'll not be as bad as had I not used them Stera strips. You know what I mean? Because basically, I use the Stera strips like to pull it together because it was like a gouge. So yeah, so with that, I mean, I did consider. I tell you what, I did consider, Tracy. I did consider melting some white chocolate, but I thought, well, I thought, well, it's got KitKats in it. It's got milk chocolate pieces. I think it's going a bit overboard, drizzling some white chocolate on it. So yeah, I'm just, you know, we're just going to have it as is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anybody's welcome to jump on the panel. John Lass says, slap a slice of Ovis on it to clear up quicker.
Well, I was lucky overnight, 2 nights ago, Jeanette, as I was telling you, when I banged my face off of this desk.
Oh, off
the glasses on. The glasses didn't break, luckily, because otherwise I could have had glass in my eye. But I've got a black eye.
Oh dear. Well, that'd have been second pair of glasses. Oh yeah, right in corner.
Right in corner where glasses have been.
Right, oh there. Yeah, where they like on your nose, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
What
chair
we're gonna-
was setting right to the floor, so I could.
Tell Johnny to cover your thing in bubble wrap.
I'm not doing that again.
Oh, that's that first lot of glasses broke, weren't it?
Yeah, I went to bed with them on and shouted your name out. Woke up in a panic, thinking, where's she gone? Where's she gone? Jeanette. Oh, God, that was funny, that. Johnny goes, what's up with you? What you shouting Jeanette for?
Okay, then, John lad. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night, and I hope your dad feels better soon.
See you, John lad.
Night, John lad.
But yeah, John lad's from up north. Steve, you're right down south, and he's right up north. But I mean, this is the thing when you tell people you live in UK, right? And they think basically Scotland's right on your doorstep because it's part of UK.
Okay,
you know what I mean? They sort of don't have the conception that if we were to go up Scotland, it's about 7 hours, isn't it?
Oh.
I mean, now Bella's moved. She's moved down to Kent. From here, it's about 4 and a bit hours. Whereas where she lived before, it were only an hour and a half. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Depending on where you are in country, you can't sort of just say, oh, well, I'll go and visit so-and-so. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's sort of...
Say?
What?
That's the happy toast for tonight.
He always tells me when he's took a tablet, Tracy, because I'm always saying, I took your tablets. Did you take your blood thinner? Yeah. It's all right, I'm just checking. But, you know what I mean? And the fact that Ireland, you've got to hop on a ferry and go across on a ferry to Ireland, you know what I mean? Even though it is part of UK. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Hey, Jamie.
Well, that's it, Steve. You know what I mean? It's like RB Rail Richard. You know, he lives in Lancashire. And we've said we're going down to, you know, going down to visit him. And Tracy and Johnny are actually closest to us. And then it's Partnest. He's sort of a bit further afield.
Did you see that tower he walked that you went up?
Oh, yeah, Jamie, yeah, I know.
Scared of that, Scott?
I don't like heights. No, I don't do heights. I'd have been feet firmly planted on ground, and I say, well, you can go up, but yeah, bye.
That's me too.
I don't. And I tell you something, I hate them bridges that's got spaces in between them, Tracy. Honestly, don't matter. You know, if they're only a few feet off the ground. If I can see something in between these slats, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
But when we lived in Great Yarmouth, there were this, like, well, I don't know whether you call it a flyover or what it were. And it were to get from one side of the road to other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd got to go across it. I mean, normally I'd go round. But this particular day, it were a bit slippy underfoot. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to brave it. And I'm going to have to go over this flyover because I needed to get to the other side of the road. You've never seen me run so fast in all your life, Tracy. Because it was like a flyover. And you could see cars and everything going underneath.
Yeah. That's high enough for you, isn't it?
I Callum, because I Callum were at school then, but you know, I Callum were laughing his head off at me. He's never seen me move so fast. I was like Roadrunner. Whew. You know what I mean? I have never moved so fast in all my life. So I'll just put link in again. Should anybody want to join us for 10 minutes? If you're not bothered, it don't matter. I'll just close it and, you know, for once having it, well, not an early night, but
You're still going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. I know what you mean.
But I mean, that was sort of before I had really bad arthritis in my legs, you know. I couldn't get about all that great, but yeah, fastest you've ever seen me run across that flyover, and it were only because I'd got to.
Yeah.
Never moved so fast in all my whole life.
Oh.
And I'm like a Klingon, you know what I mean? If I have to go across a bridge, I'm clinging on for dear life. Oh, it's all right. No, don't worry about it, Steve. Yeah.
Tell it to turn Tally off then.
If I have to, you know, and if that's sort of a big if, yeah, I'm like a Klingon. I'm clinging on for dear life.
No.
There you go.
Well, this is no word of a lie. Place I worked at, right? It ran like it was a 2-story building, and we were on top. Yeah. And every now and again, they used to do these fire drills. But the fire escape going down outside, it was one of these with open steps. And every step, clinging on for dear life. Yeah. And everybody else were down, you know, and in the designated areas, and I'm still coming down these stairs. And sort of supervisor says to me, well, put it this way, Jeanette, if it were a real fire, you'd be burnt to a crisp by now. I says, well, I'm scared of heights, you know. What can you do? And that were only like a 2-story building.
Yeah.
Oh, that were a thing. I seen on news yesterday, the sex symbol Gina Lollobrigida died yesterday as well.
Say that, you've had a few.
Yeah, I couldn't say it yesterday.
Say that on New Year's Eve.
Lollobrigida. Yeah. One of the all-time sort of, you know, Sophia Loren type, you know, sex symbol. Or, well, not sex symbol, but, yeah. But,
I heard about a young mother at 27 and a daughter at 4-year-old what got killed straight out by a dangerous driver in Leeds.
oh dear.
They've got
Horrible.
they've got 3 people for it, and they've arrested them. So let's just.
But this is the thing as well. You know that young girl that got gunned down on Christmas Eve.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I think I heard that.
It was a gun. It were a gun what they'd modified to be a machine gun. So you imagine, it's lucky nobody else got killed.
Mm.
You imagine just, you know, sticking a machine gun out at window and sort of firing at random. They were lucky that there were only 1 person killed. I had partners, by the way.
Did you die in that shooting?
They were a gal.
Oh, well, she didn't make it.
Ellie, somebody or other, I forget
Yeah,
her name.
I knew she wasn't in a good way, but
yeah, she died. Yeah, she died. But it sort of come to light. Now they've arrested a fella for it, a 22-year-old, that it was a modified gun and had modified it into a rapid fire machine gun.
yeah, it was another gun. It's like an air cartridge pistol, and you can modify them to take live ammunition, brocock. So people have been doing it for years. You know, they'll modify stuff.
But you know what I mean? To me,
It's still illegal.
I'm going to say to me, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Why would you want to go like that anyway in first place?
Oh, did you see what I mean when I said Paris 2024? We're running so fast over that bridge. You'll be going to Olympics next year.
I hope it was years ago, partner. Yeah, that's how bad.
You'll get a ringside seat.
That is how bad, my fear of heights is. Because it will like a passover from one side of the road.
Yeah, like a flyover, little footbridge.
Yeah, like a flyover, and I could see cars and everything.
Wait, if you're in London, don't ever cross the Millennium Bridge. Oh, you won't like that.
No. I don't. I mean, people laugh, but I know. It's it's not a phobia. It's just I'm scared of heights. You'd never get me in a hot air balloon. I mean, I bought Chris a helicopter ride on Christmas, and I went.
Whatever you do, don't look up and don't look down.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
And I says, well, that's sort of one ticked off your bucket list. You won't get me up in it, I'm afraid.
Don't think you'd be helping Fred Didner out with his steeple
I've
jacket.
actually got a picture of it somewhere, haven't you? Yeah, he sat next to Captain with headphones and thingamajig on. He was co-pilot.
There was this girl, this lad there, and Captain, the pilot says, "Oh, see you next with this girl." Goes, "Come on, you go." I went, "I'll go, mate."
But yeah, no, it was something he'd always wanted to do, and I've seen it sort of like on, how you can get like sports car driving and hot air balloons and things like that, and I saw it and I thought, yeah, that's something he's always wanted to do, so I bought it him for Christmas.
Hey, there was a guy who built a helicopter. Was it Mark Evans? He did those whatever is born, and one of the things he built was a helicopter.
It were in. I'll tell you where it were, Tim. It were in Belton. Have you heard of Belton? Just outside Yarmouth. Well, Belton is part of Yarmouth, but anyway, it were the Belton, and it were like you got to go from one side to other. But normally, under normal circumstances, there is a route where you can get without going over flyover. And that's what I always used to do, specifically so I didn't have to go over this flyover. But I think it rather peeing it down with rain or it was snowing or one thing or other. And I thought, I'm going to have to bite bullet and I'm going to have to, go on this flyover. So, yeah, it were actually Belton. Yeah. Well, we lived in Belton. But yeah, I only ever did it the once and thought, never again. Never again. Oh, but this is the thing, Brissy. I mean, it's like, say, step ladders, for instance. I can't go more than 2 or 3 rungs up a step ladder. That's how bad mine is. But I can remember.
Hey, you get dizzy if you put high heels on.
Probably. This is no word of a lie. We were on holiday. I don't know if it was right or not. And we went to this windmill. It was decommissioned windmill, obviously. So anyway, Chris and Callum are going upstairs. I mean, they're only sort of small, Anyway, so every window that they come to, they'd stick their head out at window, and I was sat on like a picnic table, in sort of surrounding windmill. And every single window they come to, they'd stick their head out and they'd go, "Mom, Mom." I went, "Oh, no," you know what I mean? I panicked, and that I was sat,
Miller.
But yeah. Every single window, I mean, because obviously windmills is on sort of several different floors. Every single window they come to, Chris would pick our Callum up and they were going, "Mom, Mom." We've got the one and only Amjad Rafiq.
Hello, Amjad.
So yeah.
Hiya, Pamjad.
Hello.
What do with this pleasure?
But yeah, same as I say, that's another story, you know, with the windmill and Chris sort of. And I mean, I don't know whether that's normal for somebody that's scared of heights. But yeah, even Chris sort of picking Callum up and hello, Mum, and I'm on ground. Yeah, oh, put him back down, put him back down. You know what I mean? Don't hang out. Don't hang out.
Out the window.
Windy Miller.
But yeah, God. I mean, you know, you can, you know, spiders, snakes, things like that. No, nothing at all.
Have you had your brother's wedding yet, Amjad?
That's going to be in February, most likely.
Or February?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not only sort of being scared of heights, it's, you know, scared for other people when they go high up as well.
Yeah.
So have you got anything you're scared of, Amjad?
I'd say dreams in my sleep.
Oh. Oh, you know, while we were talking about recurring dreams last night, it's not, I thought of something after I'd closed it down. It's not so much a recurring dream. It's like, I always dream, and this is one of my fears, another fear, but not as bad as heights, not knowing where I am or not knowing, you know, exactly where I am or, you know, being lost. That's another one of my fears as well. I don't know what it is, and I always dream about sort of I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere and I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to get, you know, from A to B, etc. And it's just that fear of being lost. So I don't know what that one's called. I don't know.
There's probably a name for it.
But it's not like a reoccurring thing. I do dream about it occasionally, but that is one thing, and that's the only reason why I can remember them sort of dreams is the fact that, yeah, I wake up and I'm all hot and sweaty and, you know what I mean, panicky and, you know what I mean. That is basically, you know, I wake up in a panic. But at least I don't.
There's a name for it.
What?
It's mesophobia, the fear of being lost.
Mesophobia?
Yes.
There's one thing that I don't do, and that's give myself a black eye. Tracy.
Surprise.
Yeah, falling asleep at a desk again and boom.
Glasses on.
Yeah. Gordon Bennett, you can't take that woman anywhere. Oh, Joel says it's an insecure feeling when we have that kind of dream. Oh, there you go. I don't know what I'm insecure about, but yeah, I've always. But yeah, well, we all know what it's like, Johnny, and we know it's happened before. Hiya, Pete. How are you? But that's sort that. I mean, when you say it's called mesophobia, in that sort of getting lost in a maze.
Well, that's what happens when you're in a maze. You're lost, aren't you?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
she's lost in her dreams.
It's not sort of, you know, it's. I mean, Chris will tell you. You know, when we go on holiday, I do all my research beforehand, even down to writing the postcodes for the nearest supermarket, etc. So I know exactly where
the
things
YouTube
are.
video.
Hey?
So somebody's done a YouTube video about it.
Oh. But yeah, And I like to know exactly where we're going. And I think Callum's a bit like it as well because, like, you know, I mean, we've all done it. You know, like I put postcode in your sat nav, and then you sort of happen to miss your turn off. Callum starts panicking. He'll say, "I we lost. I we lost. I we lost." Oh, I'll just show you, P, as pie what we've made. So yeah, for the late comers that have come in,
Bye.
this is the pie that we've made. I mean, funnily enough, Tracy, that's not as jiggly. Nah.
That's good about the pie.
Yeah. Well, they did say it'd be jiggly, but yeah, it's not jiggly now. It's
Oh yeah, mine's not jiggly now. Set.
yeah. So
I've been chatting. I'll show you mine for
The boob cam.
late comers. That's my one. Hold on. Camera. Come on, camera.
Oh, that looks nice.
but you see what the difference with Tracy is? She didn't cut her KitKats up as
Small. So you
yeah,
can
as
see
small as
it.
mine.
It just a
Yeah, it just adds to the chocolate.
it adds to it.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is, you put it in the fridge overnight if you want.
I did worry a little bit thinking that my KitKats would burn, but they aren't burnt, Jeanette.
So you mean
But
chocolate?
that's with the chocolate spread in middle.
Sugar and beef.
Basically, if you put it in the fridge overnight, it will solidify that chocolate spread. My big dream, that pie goes in my mouth, can only dream.
Only if you lived closer, Crypto, you could take a quarter.
You look like sitting on the ceiling, Amjad. Where are you sitting? Are you on your bed?
My mum and dad's room.
Oh, that's better. You were like at an angle and it looked like you were sitting on the ceiling.
I'm fake sleeping.
Oh, I wondered why you were quiet.
Good night from Amjad. Good night.
Have you got no college tomorrow then, Amjad?
Yeah, and Thursday I've got 2 days off now, so I'll go back Friday.
Oh. I always get mixed up because Callum does Thursday and Friday, you see.
Sleepy Amjad, Johnny.
You know what I mean? So I always get mixed up. We sort of what go to college and what, you know.
My hair's a complete mess.
Chris needs his cutting. But the thing is, I says to him today, I says, look at back. It's like all spiked up at back. Yeah, here, this bit here, where he's got his bald patch is like all flat. I said, you need something doing with your hair.
Jeanette, it's freezing here in the UK. What's the weather like in your area?
I'm sweating. I've been sweating all day. I don't know what it is. I'm coming down with something. I don't know. Chris has been saying. What temperature is it?
1 degree.
Callum, Chris says it's 1 degrees.
It's
It's 0.
Well, it's saying 1 on mine, so
0
I'm just
degrees.
refreshing it. So I'll tell you in a minute.
Moderate snow or ice falling until midnight.
Yeah, it says 1 degrees potential disruption due to snow and ice.
Yeah, just a bit tired.
So, is it going to snow during night or?
Oh well, we'll see what we don't get none here.
What are you baking next week, Jeanette?
Steve says it's -2 there.
What are you then baking next week, Jeanette?
I ain't looked that far ahead, Amjad.
No, it's alright.
This is another
I know
reason.
Crypto's
why
favourite
I'm
book
not
was, as a
eating
child,
light anymore.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I like that film actually, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the old one.
Yeah,
Oh,
but the thing is,
Oh,
and Chris used to work at Cadbury's. Now, you could eat as much
He
as
was
you
in
want
Wild.
while you're there, but if
Yeah,
you
I know,
got
yeah.
caught with any in your pocket or any in your, you know,
To go for your break, you get sack on spot.
yeah.
You could eat as much as you wanted in the factory, but you couldn't take it into the canteen.
No, I mean, you know, like some people, you know, oh, I'll have that for later and then
Yeah.
forget about it. Nearly every time they used to go out or roam, they'd get searched or asked to empty their bags or whatever. Yeah, but whilst you're on the premises, you could eat as much as, you know, you could eat and stuff your face till your heart's content, but you get caught as much as, you know, one on your person, and that were it. Tim says, Chris, did you see who Man United get in the next round?
Who cares?
How was the Biscoff flapjacks last week, Jeanette? Were they tasty?
Oh, yeah.
Very nice, Amjad.
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah. They were like a mix between crunchy and chewy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then you sort of the chocolate and everything on top just topped it off.
Have you heard anything from Laurie lately? If she's going to join you both again?
I hadn't seen Laura at all.
That's all right.
Bella's been ringing me to check up on Chris. So.
Yeah.
Oh, swearing, Tim.
Oh, Forrest. Oh,
Do not mention, Chris, did you see who Man United got the next round? I'm not bothered about that rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, he neither likes Man United or Forest, but on that occasion, he'd want Man United to win. That's another thing, and all they're getting the sort of 99% sure that they're going to be this company. I don't know. This company's taking over Man United anyway.
Remember when Bella used to call me Jockstrap?
Oh yeah. Terry says she won't last in that job because she'd be eating all chocolate. But you see, they made roses, they made all sorts, Terry. But it's like any other job. You know, they tell you you can eat as much as or as little as you want. But, you know, to some people, that might be a dream job. But you get fed up, you know, you get fed up on it day in, day out. You know what I mean?
Are you live streaming tomorrow, Jeanette?
Yeah, more than likely.
I thought I'd just jump on panel because I feel like it's been ages. For surprise.
It is a surprise. Well, it's a nice surprise when you come on, Amjad.
But I had to secretly go on my second channel at Steve's the other night.
You nearly got banned.
Crypto. Well, there's two Amjads. Well, the other twin's in bed. Like he'll no doubt he'll be touching my phone in a minute.
So yeah, Amjad come back into Steve's and he's got an
God.
ASMR channel, and he came back in on his ASMR channel.
ASMR.
Yeah. Anyway, he come back in there, and Steve thought it were a troll, and he were just about to ban him until Amjad says it's me. But yeah, until Amjad sort of stepped in and said, "No, it's me." But never mind, eh?
Yeah, no.
So this is a question to partners. Did that person confirm?
Yes, the person did.
Yeah. So yeah, my intuition
on that person's live stream.
And Terry's sweet shop.
Oh. But yeah, I sort of said all along, but that's why I kept muting my mic, you know.
I recommended your live stream to another YouTuber the other day. Do you know Katie calls it?
No, I've not heard of that one.
No, because I recommended her channel to the other day because she was looking for some suggestions. So I recommended her channel to yours. So I recommended your channel to her on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Amjad. Anyway, so so yeah, I've made a few more moderators. Tommy, even though we don't know what to do with it, but hey ho, I'm sure he'll get the hang of it. Let's just say.
Oh, you know what? Going about mastermind.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm gonna get myself
two
ready for bed now.
Two runners did.
And yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed now, Jeanette. So I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'll see
you later, Amjad. Thanks for coming up.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. What we saying, partners?
Oh, we're just looking on Wikipedia page for Mastermind.
Oh.
And it just reminded me of a couple of spoofs. I seen Mock and Wise did a spoof. Two Runners did one as well.
But this is the thing. I mean, I don't know. I must admit, it's very rarely I've watched it. But can you do any specialist subject?
Yeah, you can do just about anything. Yeah.
I do know that that all your questions aren't for that specific subject because it'd be a bit unfair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's a round one which is a specialist subject, and round two which is general knowledge.
But it's something that sort of I've not really been interested. Let's just say. But I'm just going to message somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that person's still in chat or not, but I'm going to message them anyway.
Anybody else wanting to come up?
But yeah, same as I say, we'll chat for a couple of more minutes, and then obviously, we'll shut it down. And
yeah, well, I'll drop the link just in case.
Okay. Thank you very much.
General knowledge is not a specialist subject.
Yeah, this is the thing. But you see, it's like it's like everything else. Probably, I don't know. Let's say if I were to go on it, my specialist subject would probably be baking. You know what I mean? And each person has got their own specialist subject. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. Gordo's back. Welcome back, Gordo. But yeah, we were on about mastermind and specialist subject, and
you're saying crypto specialist subject will be chocolate if you're on mastermind. I've started to all finish.
This is the thing that it's sort of. I mean, Gordo's would probably be the reptile world. I mean, what Gordo don't know about reptiles? You know what I mean? Johnny says he has loads, 3 YouTube videos, and I'm an expert. But you know what I mean? Yours would probably be, like something like cars or something like that. You know what I mean? Whereas, I can't say that I know everything there is to know about baking, and I think same would probably go for partners. You know, there'd be some sort of question that you probably couldn't answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you drive a Model T Ford?
Don't know, Tommy. But hey ho.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah, I was going to say that what partners put that about sums it up.
Ask no questions and I'll tell no lies.
Yeah. Don't ask and I will tell no lies. But oh, is Steve going as well? Yeah, see you later, Steve.
Right, see you later, Steve.
Crypto says reptile friends and chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine going? Can you imagine going on Mastermind and saying what's your
She'd have to pick one. You know,
yeah.
if she had a program and she got through to the next round, she'd have to pick a different subject. So the first one could be chocolate, and if she gets through to five, you know,
so you can't pick the same specialist subject.
I think it did change over years.
Oh, but see you later, Steve. Don't worry about it.
I say, Park Spring Drive, they're going to have highway maintenance, no waiting, no loading. So they can't park on Park Spring Drive, so they're all going to be coming on here, aren't they? On our road.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Chuff off and park on your own bloody road somewhere else.
It's all right if you're wondering. That's, you know, where we live, Partners. That's the main road on semicircle Park Spring.
Yeah.
And apparently it's going to be closed for highway maintenance. So Chris says, you know what's going to happen? They're all going to pile down here.
You need an excavator.
Yeah. Oh, Pete says his specialist subject is...
Get a Challenger tank.
Hey, I tell you something.
That parking.
I mean, Chris has said this. He says, when I get a camper van, he says, and if that end spot's free, he says, I'm parking that there. He says, and it's staying there and all. Oh, dear. I mean, I said to Chris this morning, they'd gone out, and then I seen him come back, and he got back in that spot. So I said to Chris, I don't wish anybody any harm. I says, but I just wish he'd slip and fall flat on his arse.
Oh, Tim.
But yeah, I mean, I don't wish ill on anybody. But yeah, that particular person, you know, I says, I just wish he'd slip and fall flat on his arse. I says, and if wife went and all, I says, that'd be an added bonus. I can be a right bitch when I want to be. But yeah, I never wish.
Tripped up.
I don't hate anybody. I mean, there's people that piss me off, but I don't hate them.
Well, that's it. And I said that exactly same thing to Chris. So don't hate them, but yeah, it'd be a good laugh. You know what I mean? You know, legs flailing in air and slipping on his arse, and they're trying to get him up, and you know they're landing at side of one another. You know what I mean?
You put a positive light on it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And Chris says,
"There's a word for that."
What?
Then you can Schadenfreude.
But same as Chris said, he says, well, they might shout to me and ask for help. He says, because I just stand there laughing at them. No, I'm not that bad, Gordo. But you know, like how we sort of had freezing temperatures and everything last night. I was just hoping that it were a bit slippy underfoot. But yeah, and I sort of seen him go out, and I seen him come back, and oh God, wouldn't it be funny? So he slipped on his arse, and then she was sort of trying to get him up, and she landed next to him. You know what I mean? You just imagine pair on them trying to go off at 4.
Are you going to give her a hand? Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's.
Do it again. Do it again.
I mean, I won't go that far as to sort of, you know, sort of make it icy. But yeah, it'd be funny.
Well, I don't know. Right outside the doorstep.
But yeah.
Whole bucket of water.
Yeah, but that's just malicious, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's just being malicious. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Just let karma take its time, own sweet time. You know. What goes around comes around. That's what I always say. Tommy, it's one of his neighbours. He don't even live in this row. Yeah, I think it's because he's elderly that he's got the right to park in our parking bays and park in the end one, so he ain't got far to walk, and he lives over here. So yeah, you know, I mean, he's not the best light.
You get a row of spikes.
Yeah, he's not the best light around here. No, honestly to God, we're not the only ones that don't like him. Everybody on this roundabout does not like him.
You don't get Callum an air rifle and can use the car as target practice.
Oh dear, but yeah. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, Johnny will tell you. The outside of our car, somebody's keyed it all the way.
Oh.
Right? But the funny thing is, Brian next door doesn't like him with a passion, and his has been done and all. Both Chris's and Brian's. And when we went to Johnny's, he says that's been keyed. Yeah, but it's sort of proving it and having evidence that it were him, but we're almost positive it were him. So, hey, I'm on about that with keying down outside a car. Yeah.
Yeah, both mine and Brian.
Yeah, they're only there two. After all, everybody else's were all right. Pardon me, but yeah. I mean, they might look at a sweet, innocent old man, but you don't know what goes on in here, if you know what I mean. It, you know, I don't know. We think it's him, but it's proving it's him. So I says to Chris, I says probably a bit of tea cut or something, you know.
Yeah, it should buff out.
Yeah, you know.
If you can't feel it when you run your fingers down it, it'll polish out.
But I says to Johnny when we went up there, I says, would, you know, if Chris got some tea cut, would, you know, but it's like virtually length of car all the way. I had a neighbour that was a bully. He bullied a few of the neighbours in the close. Then one day we had to have the close resurfaced. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That sounds like one of those revenge stories.
But he says they were okay because they had a drive. But yeah, you know what I mean? What irks me so much, he thinks because he's an old fella or they're an old elderly couple, they've got privileges that us, you know, mere mortals don't have. You know, he don't even live in our row and there's 5 bays for 5 houses, right? But he thinks he's got the God-given right to park in that end spot.
No, what's wrong with it? He should park near his own house, in his own spot.
But this is the thing, Tracy. His official parking space is up on that main road, where Chris has just said they're resurfacing, his parking space is officially up there. But oh no, it's too far for him to walk. You know what I mean? So he's took it upon himself.
You should put a sign on lamppost it, residents only.
But anyway, yeah, he thinks he's got the privilege of parking there because he's elderly. Anyway, guys, I'm going to close it now because it's 11:15. This table needs to come down and everything. And I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Chat.